What up, dudes and dudettes and fellow losers? That's correct, I finally read Magi and I have a hot take for it. So, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Flame me in the comments for this one. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get to the video. Alright, let me just start this video off with my hot take before I, get into the reviewing part of this video. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. It's not my favorite manga out there. I personally looked at this manga and I was like, because I came into this universe through the Sinbad anime, which I didn't know was connected until now when I read this. So, it's not my favorite. The story really did not hook me. I'm sorry. There are better ones out there. Kill me, crucify me in the comments, do what you want. And then I also have a few notes from when I was reading this. I have like 2, because I got maybe 50 chapters into it. So yeah, my first note is this manga explores quite a few dark themes. One very notable dark theme it explores is slavery, which I did not expect this manga to explore, especially because it starts off with a 10 to 12-year-old kid that can fly on carpets and has a massive dude that comes out of a flute. Yeah, I love dark themes in manga, but this one I was like, okay, we're not pulling any punches, basically. I can't say what it does explore, a few of them, but yeah, no, that's just one of my thoughts there. And then my second one, the main character is straight up a horn dog, and he's like 12 to 10 years old. Or the other way, 10 to 12 years old. Like, what the fuck, bro? When I was 10 to 12 years old, bro, I was watching, like, fucking regular show and Adventure Time. I wasn't being like, ooh, boobies. Ooh, boobs. Boobs. Bro, I was playing basketball at that age. Like, what is this main character? I just had to get that off my chest. Like, it's anime, I guess, or manga. I just gotta live with it. But yeah, no. I just had to get those off my chest before we get to the reviewing part of it. Alright, now to the reviewing part. Alrighty, let's start with numero number 1 category. World building. Let me get this off my chest first. My very masculine, huge chest. This is the highest score I gave literally any of the categories, the rest of the categories. Like, this one is the highest score because it does do a good job of world building. So I gave this really silly goose a 20 out of 25 in this category. Now you're probably thinking, wow, that's a pretty good score. Yeah, that's where it ends for that. Well, the rest of them are pretty good scores, but personally, this manga was boring as hell. I'll get into that part later in some of the other categories. But the world building, it does a pretty good job of exploring and showing the world, and you're really making stuff for the plot of the story. Like, he travels, making friends, and it builds upon itself. I'm just trying to get that across. It does introduce some characters. It sets plots up throughout these 50 chapters that probably pay off down the line. But then again, I'm not reading 300 something chapters. Sorry guys, I'm just not built that cool. So yeah, I gave this silly goose, very silly goose, a 20 out of 25. Yeah, this is probably gonna be like one of the more shorter videos that I record, because there's really nothing I can talk about here. The main character's 10 to 12 years old, and I can't really make any jokes because I ain't no fucking weirdo. So yeah, I'm gonna move into the next category. Leave this one down in the comments. This is not my expertise, the world building part of this. The other ones I could talk about a lot more, but world building, not my thing here. But yeah, let's move on to category number 2. Alrighty, time for my scheduled half-hearted dick riding of this category. But first, I'm gonna hit you with the cold water for this category: art/style. If you've seen any of my videos before, which if you haven't, definitely go check those guys out right now. My reviewing ones, or if you like me playing games, go check those out. But I am a straight up advocate for simple art. Not everything has to be a masterpiece. Like, some of my favorite art is Adventure Time and regular show art. Like, come on. Simple, easy to go, all that, But this one is my problem with simple art. Not really a problem. I still like the art. You'll see what the score I give it here in a minute. But it's a problem with old manga. I don't know when Magi came out, but it's also my problem with reading One Piece. I just, like, it seems old. Like, I don't know why. I can watch it, but the art seems old, and it just really kept, like, taking me down, tearing my soul down. Like, god damn it. I really wanted to like this one. How much people were hyping it up in my comments. But god damn, bro. I really wanted to. So for the art, I gave it an 18 out of 25. Alright, back onto the scheduled dick riding. Love the simple art. Love when it does its, like, it does its more serious art, which isn't super serious. It's not what I've been reading recently, but then again, I've been reading, like, fucking crazy shit recently. So, yeah. It does a good job with that, but it's not what the old part of it. I know it can't change that, but I just can't. And before anybody hits me up with the comments like, you have to get past chapter 150, I'm not reading 120 long chapters 150 times before the art gets to the peak of simpleness and complicated. Like, it's just not gonna happen for me. So yeah, I gave this a grand total of 18 out of 25. Yeah, I could say my usual phrase, if you don't like it, come at me, pussies, but I deserve everything that's coming from me for this video. So yeah, on to the third category. That is correct. Storytelling is our next category, and thank God I'm finally to this part of the video. This is, now I can get to the meat and bones of this review. Like, the actual controversial parts of this review. The past part was just me being a weirdo, saying some weird shit. But, you know, the meat and bones of this review right here is this one. Actually, the next one's kind of a part of this. But this one in particular is why I do not like this series. It's hard to say I don't like it. But, like, wow. This show, like, bro, this show had me fiending, and I mean fiending, for a white monster the way I was falling asleep trying to read 50 chapters of this. This story drags so goddamn much. Bro, I'm sitting here, I'm like, alright, okay, alright, yeah. You're like, those who've been in school, have you ever been, like, reading the story for your assignment, and you're like, let's get on with it. It feels like you've been in the class for like 3 hours. Like, I'm sitting there watching the time like, I only have this amount of time to read it. This is bullshit. Bro, okay. Alright. Take a breather. Namaste. Yeah. No, I'm... Storytelling. As much as I am crashing out right now. Do you want to crash out right now? I gave it an 18 out of 25. Yeah, that's right. Got the same as art. Like, it is what it is, you know? I'm gonna throw my hands up like, huh? I don't know. But, you know, it's just boring. I'm sorry. Like, when I read some of these reviews, it hooks me. This is like Corey Kenshin's, dog. Corey Kenshin's didn't even hook me in the slightest. Like, I did not want to keep reading this. I'm not going to. But other than that, it has a good story to it. It just likes to drag. Like, I don't need 120 chapters of the main character trying to explain why he likes boobs. I'm sorry. If I want that, I'll go read High School DxD or some shit. Like, I don't know. I'm just salty for this one. We're gonna move on to the next category. For me, for my sanity, we're gonna move on to the next category. Alrighty, on to our next category. Character development. Yeah, I'm not as pressed about this one as I am the storytelling. But, I'm still fondling them hairy balls, you know, stroking the flame of me getting super pressed. Like, it's just, the character development, I feel like in this first 50 chapters, they introduce people that it's supposed to be helping the characters develop into somebody better, just to kill off those people, and the characters forget what they learned. Like, there's this grandma that it's hard to explain, but she ends up dying after the main character Aladdin learns about family, even if you're not blood related. This dude mentions it one time in those 50 chapters, and that was it. Never heard of it again. Dude, if I have to go through another Bleach, like, long saga of random shit, I might lose my goddamn mind. Because, like, this... Oh, dude, and then the character development, they don't tell you how long it's been in between times when characters see each other. So, like, in the first part, you're introduced to his other friend. I know Aladdin, and then I'm not going to butcher his name. It's the blonde-haired kid with the sword power. But yeah, no. You're introduced to him, they separate, and then when you finally meet him again, he says it's been 6 months, and I'm like, where was the hint for this? I must have misread something? I don't know. But yeah, no, he comes back all edgy and dark, and I'm just like, so why aren't we seeing any of that character development? It gives us a little bit of an expo, but nothing else. Zero. Not a zinch. Adios, amigos. I don't know why I switched to Spanish. Okay, I was about to start singing I come from the land down under. But they will copyright my ass to the moon. So I gave this a grand total of 18 out of 25. That's correct. It got the same score as the last 3. Cry about it. These last 2, I will fight anybody in the comment section and I will die on my hill. This series is apparently not for me. I tried watching the anime too during this recording that I'm doing right now. I can't do it. I can't do it. Adventures of Sinbad was so much better than this one. Just throwing it out there. Alright. We're gonna roll the final score that I gave this anime. Are you ready? This is the final score. That is correct. Out of 100. It got a 74 out of 100. Woo! Or 7.4 out of 10 if you're a weirdo. Yeah, it got a pretty half-decent score. If you disagree with it, cry about it in the comments. Roll the outro. Yes, this is the end of the video. If you made it to the end of the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. The goal is 1,000 subscribers by August, so help me out there. And if you have anything else you want me to read or recommend me reading, leave it down in the comments. Love you guys. Bye-bye.